Good afternoon or evening, everyone, depending on where you are. Let's head into Lesko Help 2. All right, here we are in Lesko Help 2, and let me just check my message from Megan. She should be here any moment, and I actually wanted to call Michelle and tell her that I'm going to just let her into her class as it's starting. I normally try to give 15 minutes in between, but these Fridays, well, this whole class, it doesn't seem to matter where we've placed it. We're pushing it to try to manage this last class, right? So, speaking of Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I wanted to let you know I'm not going to have a long window to let you in. I'm going to let you in like right when your class is supposed to start, okay? Oh, you still have no internet? How come you didn't let me know? Oh, okay. So I guess Michelle's class isn't happening today. And I don't think that Miss Tammy is in here with us. Benny, could you possibly contact Tammy and ask her if she would like to take over Michelle's class again? I would really appreciate it if you have any way to get a hold of her, as I'm going to be in here with you guys. All right. So having said and done and dealt with all of that, today's class is in the Join Us Live collection in the teaching session space. And we're working off of the list that you can find on our event. And we have completed step 1, step 2, step 3, and we're trying to get together to work on step 4. So that's where we're at. There are some new sites that build websites for you as well. And I think Megan wanted to possibly talk a little bit about some of that. So again, we're just waiting until there she is. Okay.
I'm here.
Let me make you co-host. Okay. And let me stop my share and unpin myself. And so I was just starting to talk about building the website and you popped in. So did we talk about the fact that you had found website builders that you wanted to check out for this process?
Yes, we did them and Candace built hers. If she's in class, she built hers with that. So yeah, we went through those four providers, I guess is what they are.
Well, none of the ones that are here, from my understanding, on our list. And let me just share my screen again.
Sorry, I'm on my phone too, just FYI.
Oh, no, not a problem at all. So we have 48 in 48, Hostinger, WordPress, Squarespace, and GoDaddy.
Oh yeah, we remember the secondary list, whatever that secondary list was. We made the Mixo.
Okay, so you were working off of the extra list, not off of what we have available here in our list.
Right. Well, okay. we made that list kind of as we went, I think. That was one of the on the fly things.
I think that might be right here. This one?
Yep, that's one.
Okay. So we won't work on that step then if you guys completed that. And step 5, we have to reorganize this. Remember, you and I talked, and we actually need to work on step 7 before step 5. So we're going to redo this list. Let me write that on my list of to-dos.
Yeah.
Okay. And so today we will work on registering the nonprofit then?
Yeah.
Total switch around in my brain, but I'm on it.
Sorry.
Good. We can do this. Okay, so do you want to walk everybody through a little bit about why we're going to change our list?
Sure. Okay.
And so, what we're going to be doing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So are we going to register your nonprofit today?
If we can figure out how to do it without it being a visual problem, right? Like without displaying too much information, that would be the best thing to do, wouldn't it?
Okay, yeah. Okay. So why we're reorganizing that is because it says the step 5 is the build a professional email. You're going to probably get that when you get your domain, but really what needs to happen is you want to make sure that before you do all that, you need to make sure that the name that you're going to use is available and is okay to use, and that the state is not going to have an issue with it. So that's why we're going to check with the Secretary of State first. Register our, just like registering your business like an LLC, you go through the same process with your state to register your nonprofit. You're going to incorporate your nonprofit into a corporation. So that is the whole action of what we're doing.
And so from my understanding from our talks, right, you said that we don't want to set up the professional email through Google or the phone because those things are included for free for registered 501c3, whatever designation is chosen.
And really, truly, if in your domain, unless you have something specific for your domain already, and you're not going to use your business name, if you're using your business name in your domain, you want to make sure that business name is available and able to use it, right, before you waste the money. So
absolutely.
That's
all right. So then when we register, and this is something that we're always talking back and forth with Matthew about, he likes to get the EIN first, but if you go to the EIN, and I'm going to have to jump into my email to find this.
If you go to irs.gov EIN, it will say it right there on the website.
Okay, awesome. I just didn't know how to get there quickly. Okay. IRS EIN?
No, irs.gov, then / EIN.
Okay. And so?
And it's down towards the bottom. It'll say how to do that process. Right there where it says daily limit, and like if you're forming a legal entity, yep, that's the one.
So did you want to read it? Do you want me to read it?
I can't see it that far.
Okay, so it says, when to get an EIN. When in your process do you want to get an EIN? If you are forming a legal entity, LLC, partnership, corporation, or tax-exempt organization, this is the key right here, guys. Whoops. Form your entity through your state before you apply for an EIN. All right. So it can be delayed. And Megan, if you want to explain some other complications you've experienced because of going in the opposite order.
Yes, I was also a firm believer of getting your EIN first until this last organization that I started. I'm still dealing with the repercussions of it a year and 3 months later, trying to get myself out of the hole that I dug with this EIN thing, because your EIN will have a specific name that you chose. And then when I went to the state said, no, you cannot call yourself, because I wanted to say unincorporated areas of East Kern. And because it said unincorporated, that they thought that would be too confusing. So they said, no, you can't use that in your title at all. And so I had to scrap the whole thing and I had to do something different. And it was such a pain in the caboodie to just get things changed. I had to go through my assemblyman, I had to go through my congressman to even just get it changed at the IRS level in the first place. And it's still not right in a lot of places. So I mean, I couldn't get my candidate recognizing me. I couldn't sign up for grants because a lot of it is based on the data in the IRS website itself. So like they double check your data, like you'll put your information in and then they'll cross-reference it. And it was wrong. So for me, it was hellish trying to even get a grant written, trying to get anything done. So I'm telling you, please heed the warning of do not get your EIN first. You may want to, and it may sound right and feel right, but it's not.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, because you've told me several times and I just can never remember the story. But that one you did a really clear job. So can you drop the list in the chat? Candace asks, Oh, for what we're working off of here, Candace?
I think she means the secondary list.
The secondary list? That would make more sense even for sure. But you could be
Yes,
either.
the secondary list. How y'all doing today?
Hey.
Doing well, thank you. Let me just kind of look it over. It's not really meant for public use yet, but I don't think it should be a problem. So that's fine. Let me get it set up for you. And normally we like to share it in Lesko Help 2, but this is not something that we're going to be utilizing there. So I'm going to only share this in the chat, everyone. So if you want it, you need to get it out of the chat.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Absolutely, Candace. Okay, now, so then I think we're ready. Shall we just dive into accomplishing this process?
I think so.
All right. We are going to push this class a little bit. It should stop at 4:30, but Benny's trying to get a hold of Tammy right now to sub again for Michelle. And we were going to push it a little anyway. So we may go all the way up to 5 or a little bit over 5. All right, everyone. So let's jump into the state-by-state agency list. Select a state from the above menu, the below menu, to view the state's nonprofit agencies and associations. And so I'm all the way down at the bottom. All right, so Utah, Charity Information, Department of Commerce, Division of Consumer Protection. And I'm already reading some of the Utah Nonprofit Association literature. And again, they're listing the Department of Commerce. So it looks like I want to just go ahead and click this link. And let's see if it takes us to an external link. No, it's not going to. Okay, so we're going to right click.
Yeah.
I didn't stop. Okay, we're going to go back and we're going to right click and open link in new tab. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you do want to keep yourselves muted, folks. As you heard there, there was just some random background noise from the open mic. All right, so we have all this information here. This is where we began. We got that from our lesson here in Let's Go Help 2, opened up the state-by-state agency list, and then now we are onto the Utah Department of Commerce for registering with the state. All right, so we have registrations, business opportunities, and charities. So I'm clicking charities, correct, Megan?
No, I think that you're in the wrong. This is after. This is once you have your 501c3, you will go here and then register your charity. I believe that you need to go. Is this where you go normally for a registered business?
Let's just ask Google, shall we? Because no, I use a different site.
Yeah,
there
that's
are two different sites, so I'm not absolutely certain which site will be the correct site. So let me actually just grab this and add this to our step so that we have that in there because it's kind of important.
Yeah, and then the Secretary of State is going to be where you need to register with your nonprofit as a business or as a tax exempt business, and then you register once you have 501c3 back and you've been approved for it and you're tax exempt. That's when you register it as a tax exempt business.
Wait, why you register? Okay, and then let me break the link on this part here. There we go. Okay, nice. And we'll add this little guy here. And this little character. Sorry, everyone. Okay. Now we have it the way, and everybody can now follow the reasoning behind this necessity, right? It's an important part of the process, and we want you to understand what you're doing. Okay, now let's jump into Google and ask where to register. Oh my gosh, a nonprofit. organization in Utah. Businessregistration.utah.gov. Let me just see what comes up down here. Domestic nonprofit corporation, Utah. I'm guessing that this is probably the correct link. Now let's just grab this link. And I'm going to go back to the previous site and compare and make sure that we have the same information. Businessregistration.utah.gov. No. We're not forming a new business. It's a nonprofit. So let's see what.
You're like, it is. That's how it's California set up too, is you have to go in, form a new business, and then it will ask you if it's a tax exempt business, and then you say yes.
Okay. Select the PDF form, fill out the form, and save a copy. Article statement of conversion, correction, domestication, merger, resignation.
It'd be an incorporation, not.
So we're not doing all other. So we form a new business. Is that what you're saying?
Or all other filing types. Did we look at that already?
That's what I was just showing you here. And all they have is conversion, correction, domestication, merger, resignation, revoke, a dissolution.
Okay. All right. No, let's not get started there.
But then it says here to go where Gemini or where Google Chrome told us, businessregistration.utah.gov.
Okay.
And that's what they have here.
Articles of incorporation.
Let's see what happens here. So I have to stop sharing the screen for a minute, everyone. Okay.
And Benny's saying Tammy's in the chat. Or Tammy's here.
Oh, wonderful. Tammy, you're here?
Yeah, Sabrina, I'm here. Did you need
Wonderful.
Did you need me to cover for Michelle?
If you're able to.
Yeah, I'm able to.
Fantastic. We're going to start you like right on the minute or maybe just a few minutes late, okay?
At 4, right? My time?
Yes, for your time, but like I'm saying, just maybe a little bit late or right on the time. There's not going to be that normal 15-minute window.
Okay, just let me know. Text me when you're done.
Well, I'll be in here until I'm done. So just when I'm wrapping up here, go jump into the class. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
How would I know that? Just like pay attention, because I'm not going to sit in this class.
No, you're fine. Just go try to jump in it on the hour. And like I said, I might be just a minute or two late. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I just have things to do right now. I'm in the garden. Oh, no. I was in the garden. Yeah.
You're wonderful. I appreciate you handling it. There's no need for apology. It's just appreciated.
Okay, lady. I'll see you in a little bit.
See you soon. Bye, babe. All right. So Michelle's class is back on. Okay. And now let me share my screen again. And so we're here in my dashboard. Okay. And we have 0 filings in progress, obviously. Formations. Let's see what that says. Domestic formations, not foreign, not assumed name, not commercial registration or registration. Would I go miscellaneous or domestic?
Domestic.
Okay. And then maybe here is where we'll finally see. I have to get all these toolbars out of the way. Nonprofit, domestic nonprofit corporation, yes?
Yep, that's the one.
Perfect. All right, and so then we are going to click next. Okay, so this is not the part that's going to be hard. Okay, Utah code blah, 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 and Utah admin code blah, blah, blah require domestic or foreign nonprofit corporations that are charitable organizations and that are B, required to file an IRS form 990, 990EZ, 990N, or 990PF with the IRS to submit the charitable organization's most recent IRS form, blah, blah, blah.
Form 1.
What's that?
What form does it say?
990, 990EZ, 990.
The end of it said, oh, is that what it's saying? Okay. I'm trying to read it and it's very slow going. Okay. All right. Yeah, you are correct. That is what you're going to be doing.
Okay, so then I'm just going to hit yes here.
Yep.
Okay. Is the nonprofit required to file one of these? They would be yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then we're going to hit next. Okay. Have you reserved this name for this business? Well, yes, it's going to be under Collectively Rewilding. They're both going to be Collectively Rewilding, but it'd be like Collectively Rewilding. I'm thinking Collectively Rewilding Foundation, but going with like CR as often as possible.
Right, but did you reserve that name in advance for like...
Not with the foundation, but I have Collectively Rewilding reserved.
Okay. So then enter your desired name, and I would click no unless you actually have the reserve for the nonprofit.
No. So
Okay.
just start a new one, Collectively Rewilding Foundation then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And just so you notice, or just so you know, folks, I didn't read it to you, but on the last page, it told me that there's going to be a $59 filing fee. Okay.
It varies by state to state. California is at 70.
Okay. So then I'm not doing any of this, right? My desired name is acceptable, so I don't need to restart, and I'm not doing an assumed name.
But yes, but what you said just earlier, you said you want to use CR as much as possible.
Okay.
Yep,
So like that?
Yep. And foundation, I'd put an F at the end of it.
And would you put a separation or altogether? Separation,
no, I would
right?
put a CRF.
CRF.
Yep, that way you can have it can go on all your receipts and everything like that.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, thank you. Okay. Effective date and time are optional. Leave blank to make this filing effective as soon as it is accepted. So that's what we really want, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, and so the alternative would be, if provided, effective date maybe up to 90 calendar days after the file date. So I don't even know what that means, and I don't want to worry about it. So I'm glad we're doing the other thing. Do you want to explain that?
Yep.
Do you understand what they're saying?
Yeah. So if like let's say you're planning on doing a nonprofit and you're getting all this set up for doing something in the future, that you can only do it out for 90 days in your state. For my state, you can put like years. Like we literally could put 2014 on there if we wanted to. It's really weird. Yeah.
Okay.
But you're responsible for all the taxes too, so don't forget about that.
Okay. So we're not choosing in a future effective date, but that's when it would get added to the official record once accepted, and so all these things. But we're not doing any of that. We're just leaving it blank. And yep. Perpetual, right? That's what I want. I don't have a close or ending point in mind.
Nope.
So click perpetual, right?
Yep.
Okay. So then, is this where I use the address, the virtual address?
Yes.
Okay, and so it doesn't really matter if I let that be displayed publicly because it's my business's address.
Correct. So then when you get down to the part where it says mailing address, then stop sharing your screen.
Gotcha. Okay.
Actually, sorry, I'm sorry. It's the other way around, Sabrina. I'm sorry. You put your real, oh wait, no. They're asking for your office address. No, you're right. My bad.
Okay. Should I put it for both times? Both the physical or principal and the mailing address, right? Or do I want it to come here? I don't want it to, right?
I don't remember what we decided. I'm sorry.
Well, because you were saying that we don't want them to know
That's
that it's
correct. Yes.
So it can't be associated with your home at all, and so I won't use my home address here at all.
Right. You don't want unless don't use your home address.
Yeah.
Because that's a public record. You don't want people showing up at your house.
Well, and I don't want it to be associated with my physical address.
Right.
Sorry, I'm finger pecking because I have to look at this address as it is not my address. Hey. What's that?
Yes, it is nowadays.
Right? Okay. And then, okay. And I love that it's Cedar City. That's just so appropriate. Wait, why is it not letting me? Oh, okay, I get it. Date, mailing address as same. Okay. And now I'm going to stop my share because I do expose my email address to you guys upon occasion, but please don't ever use it because I won't be looking for your email and I will never see it. And then you will be upset that I am ignoring you and I wouldn't be trying to ignore you. So, okay, let's share again. So I am the registered agent, right? Do I put that?
Yes, unless you have another registered agent in mind. I always choose myself.
Yeah. And so then I hit search.
No, because you're not an agent, you're an individual. So go down there. There should be an actual place where it says for individual, like a button you choose, maybe.
So I don't need to put anything right here.
No, because you're not considered. You're not a registered actual agent. You're just an individual, right? Yeah, there you go, individual.
Okay.
And then that's where you put your information. So you got to take your information out of the top first before you.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it will now. It won't let me do anything.
Read what it says next to it, maybe. I don't know.
The registered agent receives important legal documents on behalf of the business. The registered agent could be an individual, you, for example, a commercial registered agent, or an attorney. Search for your registered agent by name. If the registered agent is found, click the select bubble next to the registered agent and select registered agent. If your registered agent is not found, click the create agent button and input. So I do need to put my name here.
Okay, yeah, you do. I've never had to do that before. That's cool.
Right? It's different. Utah does things differently. So create agent. And I'm leaving it as individual, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm going to put my physical address here because it's about me, or do I still put the business address? You're muted.
Oh, my bad. I must have hit that. You're gonna want to put whatever address you want the mail coming to. It's like for your legal entity. So I would just use the business address, honestly.
Okay, that's great. That's gonna make me have to pay attention to that place.
Yeah. I mean, it's always important to get your virtual mailbox. If it's not close to your home, make sure you have a good relationship with them that they can scan your mail and send it to you on a regular basis.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, whoops. Let me stop share again. I think we should be able to share again. Okay, no, I think I might have to stop share for a second again. Let me get through this one part of the screen. Oh wait, no, yeah, it does matter. Okay, so then we're gonna say next again. And then I can bring you guys back up. Oh, this is such a pain in the butt. Okay, so now we're on to principal information. To minimize retyping, use the add principal button. This will add your principal but leave entered information. To clear it.
I don't know.
What's that?
I said I can't see it. But yeah, I don't know what that's asking for.
I'm not either sure. Okay, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is different. This is about how your director. So you want to be your
chairman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, and then next.
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Okay, so I have to add another person.
Oh, it says of when incorporator. I feel like that's still you. Yeah, maybe the titles.
There's no, oh, here.
There you go.
So, okay, we'll see if that's okay. Or should I delete the first one?
I would delete the first one, yeah. There you
Okay. Oh, let's see if it makes me do anything. Okay. Will the nonprofit corporation have voting members?
go. Eventually, but not right other way. So
So no or yes?
I don't know, honestly. I don't want to lead you astray. I can look that up real fast.
Okay, thank you.
Give me 1 second.
Here's that fee. Everyone, they're keeping it front and center in front of your face.
No, a nonprofit organization in Utah is not required to have voting members, and it is not a required field when filling out the initial corporation forms.
Okay. So it is required, but I just hit no.
Right.
Okay. And then I said that we're not evidencing shares, membership, or interest in water or other property rights. So no, correct?
Right.
And then any and all lawful business instead of a statement of purpose. Yeah?
Can't see it. Yeah, I think so, yes.
It says purpose statement. Let me make it a little larger. Purpose statement, state the purpose for which the corporation is organized or select any and all lawful business.
No, it's, but you want to also say, you want to say you're non-exempt, you want to put your mission statement.
Okay, my mission statement.
Yeah, just like any and all lawful business is business. And you're doing business, but you're also doing nonprofit work. So that's why you put the mission in.
Okay. Haven't worked on it in a little while, but
It's okay. This can be changed. I mean, it can be amended if you want to it, but when you do your statement of information, each year.
okay. And so I don't click any and all lawful business, or I do and put my purpose statement.
I would do both.
Okay. Okay. Other provisions?
No.
Okay. We don't have the IRS form because we're just, so do I just hit next?
What's
It's asking for an IRS form 990, 990 easy, and or PF, additional articles, other provisions.
Oh, okay, so yeah, shoot.
Do I need to pause?
Yeah, maybe pause. No, I think that when it was asking about the 990s and we said yes, that we will be filing one. I think it's asking if we have already filed one, and we haven't. So maybe go back to that question and just change the answer to no.
What if I just tried hitting yes without uploading anything?
Okay.
Or next, I mean. You are missing forms. Okay. No, we're gonna have to go back.
Yeah, and it shouldn't erase everything. Usually it doesn't.
Right? I'm hoping it doesn't, but it's not like I just copy pasted my mission statement, so it's not like the hugest deal in the world. Okay.
There's the page before, right before that one, I think.
Okay, if this is your first time registering as a nonprofit and or the nonprofit is not required or blah, blah.
No.
So I'm supposed to select no here because it's our first time.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
This is why it's important to read the directions, everybody.
Right.
I did not
Right.
know.
Again, just don't use my email there, guys. I won't know you're trying to contact me, and I won't answer it. So, not a valid email address for you. Okay, next. Other provisions, and okay, let me move forward now. Okay. I can declare it's all true and accurate, legally authorized. And they're just telling me they're going to store this information. They may share this information with authorized parties, and you can look into all of that if you want to at these 2 links. So we're going to acknowledge the receipt of the below information, and then type a signature. Okay, so that's just me. So we are moving on. Okay. Please, I am not going to expedite anything. We're going to go ahead and move forward there. I'm not paying another 75 bucks. No, thanking you. Now we're reviewing it. Is the domestic or foreign nonprofit corporation on behalf of which you are filing a charitable organization? It's already clicked, yes. We haven't done that. Collectively Rewilding Foundation, CRF. We didn't specify a time. It's perpetual. Address information, and ignore that email address information. Again, the same things. Everything looks right. We're just checking. That's me. This is all done. Done. Other provisions are there, but this is no documentation for it. I just signed it. Everything's happy. No additional orders. Add to shopping cart. Okay, so now I have to make the payment, right? So we'll leave it here. Well, I guess, you know what, let me stop the share because who knows that there's not more to do after I make the payment. So let me go make the payment, guys. Take 2 seconds here. So does anybody have any questions about the process that we were just going through right there? Okay. Sorry, I just needed to make sure that I wanted to use the account I thought I wanted to use, and I do. And so now let's make that payment. Okay. Okay. Now let's share again. Okay, and so we have this. Thank you. Your filings and/or requests have been received, and an acknowledgement of submission has been emailed to the address associated with this account. The email will contain additional information about the next steps. If applicable, please allow at least 10 minutes for documents to finish generating. You can view the documents associated with a specific filing by clicking the appropriate link in the table below, or use the correspondence history link to view all documents associated with this transaction. All right, so we're all done with that part. And then Megan, I would think that you probably have some things you'd like to add to all that interesting thought process there.
Actually, the only thing I'd like to add is it is different in each state. So if you're in a different state, not in Utah, not in California, those are the ones that we're familiar with. I mean, I know I do New York's. I know I've done Florida's. But like this isn't the way that your state may have things set up. So just be aware of that and be vigilant that you're also using Google and other tools, AI maybe to help you, and just make sure you've done your due diligence and make sure you know the actual way you need to do your state's process, because every state is different. And there really isn't a handbook that tells you what to do in each state.
Right. Very good. So if we look at everything here now, we've taken care of what will be step 5. And so then now we're waiting for the state to get back with me before we can take on what will be step 6, get your EIN for the new nonprofit foundation. Then once we've received that, we can come back or is that when we would? Okay, so we have to register, get the EIN, then register with the IRS for that status. Then
Correct.
Once we've received that status is when we can go back and do what will become steps like 8 and 9 or something like that.
Right. Then you have to, once you get your 501c3 back, that's when you go and register with your state as a non-exempt in your in the state registries.
Okay. So it's going to go like this. Step 5, register your nonprofit. Step 6, get your EIN. Step 9, register with the IRS for charitable status. Step 10, what did I say? I'm sorry, let me do that again. Step 5, register your nonprofit. Step 6, get your EIN. Step 7, register with the IRS for charitable status. Step 8, register with your state charity office. Then step 9 will be set up a professional email through Google, which will be for free, and then get a free business phone number through Google. Is that correct, Megan?
Yes, I mean the email, you could get that, you could do a Gmail account, but if you do the workspaces for free, and if you have a domain name and you buy the email at the same time, it's usually really cheap, like a penny for the first year or whatever.
Okay.
So
we do want to wait, yes? Is that right? We want to wait?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So now we've registered with the state for the nonprofit. Utah's pretty quick most of the time for most things. How long do you think we'll wait? Do you think we'll be able to have the next class to walk people through getting the EIN, or should we have something different planned for the next week?
Nope. I I honestly was like gonna ask you if you want to do the EIN real quick because it's so fast. But I think you're right. We should wait for your thing to come back first. Make sure everything's A-okay. That's just me being.
All right. And so, but you think that it's quite probable that we'll be able to move on to what will be step 6 next week?
Yes. In California, like they'll make you pay $750 for expedited service, but if you just wait, usually you'll have it by either that same day or next day. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will keep you in the loop, Miss Megan, and everyone, it looks like we'll be good to go next week. Megan and I will continue to try to get this class down right, but I've just got to be completely straight with you guys. We're both stretched really thin, and it does make it very difficult. This is the last class that we've added in. Megan's trying to add in another class, and I'll let her, be the bearer of all those good news pieces once we've gotten it a little more finalized, but we're spread a little thin. So we're just doing the best we can. If you'll please bear with us. I think this is a really important class, and that's why we're doing it. But it is really difficult for us to make these meetings. All right. And I do apologize for that. Miss Megan, I'm sure, feels the same.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we finished up in our allotted time slot here. We really, really great. It wasn't a super long activity, so that's never a bad thing. Let's go ahead and wrap things up today. We already asked if anybody had any questions, and nobody threw anything out at us. So let's jump into our calendar. And our next class looks like Miss Tammy is going to have plenty of time to get set up for subbing for Friday's Coffee and Grants with Michelle. It's going to be Friday's talk with Tammy there. And that will be today at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain, 6 o'clock p.m. Central, and 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And I think that Miss Megan will be back with you before I am. So Megan, do you want to read this one off?
Yep, I will be back on Sunday at 5:30.
No, 5:15.
My bad, 5:15. That's probably why I'm late most weekends. At 5:15, I will be back with the nonprofit help, and then immediately following that, I will be back at 6:30. Right?
Yes, that is correct.
One of them was 30. All right, for navigating the nation's grants, and we're going to be walking through some grants, some for-profit and nonprofit grants.
Excellent. So just to give everybody full clarity there, Ms. Megan will be back with you Sunday, September 7th at 5:15 p.m. Pacific, 6:15 Mountain, 7:15 Central, and 8:15 Eastern, followed immediately by Lesko Help presents Navigating the Nation's Funding with, yes, Ms. Megan. And now I will be back with you all on Monday, September 8th at 8:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 Mountain, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 Eastern for open office hours with Sabrina. Lots of fun in that one. Bring your difficult questions. That's a really great place for finding out the intricacies of things as how they work within Let's Go Help 2 and the outer grant hunting world. All right, it's a little bit late, but it's worth your time if you're able to make it. Please feel free to unmute everyone and say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hi, Miss Barbara.
Bye. Thank you all. See you soon. I hope to see you at all the wonderful classes in between. Good night.